In the heart of a forgotten jungle, where the air is thick with tension and every shadow hides a silent predator, a battle is about to unfold that will test more than strength, more than speed, more than instinct. It will test the very essence of survival itself, because in this world, only the strongest survive, and today, the unstoppable force of a tiger meets the terrifying presence of a monster lion, a creature larger, darker, and driven by a hunger that goes beyond nature, and as the ground trembles beneath their steps, you begin to realize that this is not just an animal battle plus fantasy fight plus entertainment plus motivational branding story. This is a reflection of life itself, where every challenge you face is a jungle, every fear is a predator, and every decision you make determines whether you rise or fall, because the tiger does not question the danger, it does not hesitate or look for an escape. It steps forward with focus, with precision, with the quiet confidence of something that knows its power, while the monster lion roars with dominance, shaking the trees and sending smaller creatures fleeing in terror, representing the overwhelming problems that try to break you before you even begin. And in that moment, there is silence, a deadly pause where both warriors study each other, calculating, waiting, understanding that one wrong move means the end. And this is where most people fail in life, not because they are weak, but because they let fear control their actions before the battle even starts. But the tiger teaches a different lesson. It teaches that fear is not something to run from, but something to master, something to use as fuel, because every muscle in its body is ready, every sense sharpened, every breath controlled, and as the monster lion takes the first step, heavy and aggressive, trying to dominate with sheer presence, the tiger remains calm, grounded, unshaken. Because true strength is not loud, it is not desperate, it is silent, focused, and deadly when the time is right. And as the jungle watches, as the tension builds, you can feel it in your own life, that moment before action, that moment where everything inside you screams to either fight or quit. And this is where your story is written, not in comfort, not in safety, but in the chaos of pressure, because just like this tiger, you are placed in situations where the odds are against you, where the enemy looks bigger, stronger, and unstoppable. But what separates winners from the rest is not size, not luck, but mindset, the decision to stand your ground, to move forward when everything tells you to run. And as the wind shifts and the leaves begin to rustle, the tiger lowers its body, eyes locked, heart steady, preparing for the moment that will define everything, because in the jungle, there are no second chances, and in life, the same rule applies. You either rise and fight, or you fade into the shadows, forgotten and defeated. The moment finally breaks, and the silence shatters as the monster lion lunges forward with explosive force, claws tearing through the earth, jaws wide with a roar that echoes like a storm, and for a split second it seems unstoppable, like the kind of pressure in life that crashes into you without warning, overwhelming and relentless. But the tiger does not panic, it moves with precision, slipping to the side with controlled agility, conserving energy, reading every motion, understanding that survival is not about reckless attack but about calculated response. And as the monster lion turns with rage, striking again with even more aggression, you begin to feel the intensity rise, because this is where most battles are lost, not at the beginning, but in the middle, when exhaustion sets in, when doubt creeps into the mind, when the opponent refuses to fall, and the tiger feels it too, the weight of the moment, the danger of a single mistake, the reality that one wrong move could end everything. Yet it refuses to lose focus, because true warriors are not defined by how they start, but by how they endure. And as the fight continues, claws clash, bodies collide, and the jungle trembles under the force of their struggle, the monster lion relies on brute strength, pushing forward with relentless attacks, trying to overpower, trying to dominate through sheer force, just like the obstacles in life that try to crush you with pressure, deadlines, expectations, failures stacking on top of each other. But the tiger adapts, it studies patterns, it learns from every strike, every near miss, every moment of contact, turning experience into strategy. And this is the turning point that most people never reach, because they quit before they learn, they break before they